Alrighty, welcome one and all to this Luigi's Mansion round 6 of Losers Bracket round 6 for no out of bounds any percent. We should have a good one tonight. This one's Lando World via ElectricMiles. Both of them fairly high level runners. We should see some good racing tonight.
Luigi. Mario.
And this race should be a pretty close one. We have Lando with a PB of 57.33 and ElectricMiles with a fairly comparable 58.30. Both of them within just a minute of each other. So, and not to mention this is a race, so anything could definitely happen. So this should be a very tight one. So buckle in, folks. We see both runners here clearing out the first room, no problem. And we see Lando's going for the twirl, Miles going for the scare skip. There's always a little bit of preference there, but scare skip tends to be mostly just brownie points especially in the early game, where it's not as consequential. Lando missing the first double, but he does a pretty good recovery, and he's on his way to the wardrobe room. Miles hit all of his doubles pretty good. Lando following suit pretty well, hitting almost all of his doubles, just missing just one. Miles exiting the first three rooms with a 221, which is pretty respectable. Lando with a not very far behind with a 229, so only about 8 seconds apart so far. And here we have our first portrait ghost, Neville, or Nigel Ghostberry, as I call him. Looks like Miles is already already forfeiting for a low percent here. He collected a medium-sized pearl, which is too bad, but well, maybe another day. Both runners clearing out Lydia's pretty cleanly. Miles with a 341, Lando with a 343. He caught up pretty well. And so now we're headed into Chauncey. Miles having a little bit of trouble with the ball, but still going for those low percent tactics. I like it. I respect that. All right, here we are in Chauncey, and let's see if we're going to see any good any of those sweet micro optimizations, and get those real high energy, high pay in microseconds of time save. We'll see. And like clockwork, both of them get their first catch, no problem. Really demonstrating their control positioning there. That's a hard thing. I think Lando got the slightly better bounce skips there. Both of them were pretty okay, though. All right. Miles with the 6-0. Lando with the 6:02, only 2 seconds apart. Coming out of Area 1. And since we're in a little bit of a lull period here, I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Luigi's House Cleaning Services. We're the boost in the business. So if you ever need some vacuuming done, call Luigi. And Miles in the chat saying it was a 559.9. Yeah, sure. I'll let you have that one, yeah. Alright, both runners well into Area 2 now. Almost identical. You love to see this, although we haven't seen any of the RNG bits yet, so that is yet to unfold, but hopefully we'll see either both runners get ER or both runners not get ER. Boy, these runners are so in sync. You would think they were a syncopated dance routine of some sort. Twirling exactly at the same rate down the hallway. That's fantastic. Miles missing his last double, but coming back from it. Lando getting the early release. Miles not getting the early release. So already we have a 10-second difference plus the, I want to say 4 seconds Miles lost on the last Shy Guys doubles. So that's about a 14-second difference. Still not a large gap. Still a lot can happen, especially with just Boo RNG alone. So it ain't over yet, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I want to say that was a 950 Boo release for Lando, and then a 10:05. So yeah, about 15 seconds apart at the moment. Alright, and here we'll go into our next sort of section of the game, a new mechanic being unlocked. Of course, the boos and the boo radar, which is going to be heavily impacted by their initial placement. Looks like Lando's not getting quite the best RNG. It might still be in the back. Turns out it's not. Yep, Lando not getting the optimal RNG. You hate to see it. Miles going in now. This could be time save for him. Ooh, Miles gets the mushroom. You hate to see that. Having a little trouble with the drawer, coming out fine. Looks like he will be able to get this tech skip, which automatically means he gains back at least 6 to 8 seconds there. Closing that gap early on, you'll love to see it.
Oh yeah. Mario. Oh yeah.
Ooh, Miles getting the really great RNG here, while Lando was fishing around a little bit. So these runners, Miles very well has closed the gap here, so they are just about neck and neck again, maybe 3 seconds apart. You do love to see it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Boo Doubles and Storage, of which we will not be seeing any this run. Alright, Lando getting the pretty okay RNG here. Or RNG and storage, but not the best in ballroom here. Miles having a little trouble here. I couldn't hear the audio, but I think the boost switched on him. I think it was probably all the way on the left, and then it went back to the painting, if I had to guess. But he handled it pretty well, reacting pretty fast to realizing that the meter was going off near the painting again. And let's see if Miles is vacuum gang or knock gang. Looks like Miles is in fact the superior vacuum gang. Ooh, Lando with that really clean double setup. I respect that. Miles also doing the fairly fast double setup there, where basically you're kind of holding the L trigger a little bit so that Luigi keeps his direction while moving backwards. It's a little bit faster of a setup, which is very nice. Both runners getting Fire Warp, no problem. Once again, demonstrating their control. Very hard thing to do. Both runners headed right back into Clairvoyance. All right, now let's see if they're gonna hit their Shiver cycles, their Butler cycles. Lando only has a limited amount of time, and the more time you spend on sort of finagling the candles, the more you offset your candles. Looks like Lando got it just fine. He got just a little bit behind the bar, but he managed to catch Shivers on his way back to the other end. And then let's see, Miles going in now. Miles about the same position as Lando. All right, and we have, let's see if Lando's going to get the chest cutscene skip. Say that 10 times fast. And he gets it. Very nice. Very clean. Miles going in for it now. Yeah. Oh, yep. Looks like Miles got it too. At first I thought I was going to be a little early, but nope, he definitely got it within maybe 2 frames of that. That one's very tricky. Very tricky to land. Lando not joining the softlock gang today. Oh, that's interesting. Probably, I want to say like 60% of the time the boo is in the dresser in the back there, but it was not for Miles today. Having a little trouble reading that. That definitely is a little hard to read. Lando getting the heck out of there. Let's see, he is not setting up for laundry room tech skip. Which is understandable. It's very hard to do when that boo ball spawns right there. So bad boo ball placement. Whenever it spawns right there, it just is almost impossible to do. Oh, Miles opening a door. Unfortunately for him, that is in fact not a door. Probably losing, I want to say about an additional 12 seconds on top of the trouble he was having with the cupboard there. Is that going to put Lando in more of a comfortable lead? Well, not quite, because we still have Bogmire in just a minute here. And good Bogmire cycles could make or break this, but Lando definitely is in another 20-second lead again. Lando having a little trouble with the sheets there. He should know to do that. Thank you. I'll be here all night. All right, Lando's finishing up Conservatory. Miles heading in with the sheets now. A much better sheet cycle, but definitely still a long ways to go to close that gap. Ooh, not quite getting the... Yep, looks like you got the worst possible RNG. You got the cursed Harping. All right, and Lando's headed into getting the optimal RNG for kitchen. You'll love to see it. Having a little trouble with the double cackles in kitchen though, but that's all right. He makes it out. Now he's into spookies. Gotta walk the dog. The damn dog is barking all the time. He's gotta get his walk, but then he's still just rambunctious little guy, little bugger. Ooh, Lando not quite getting the optimal spawns for the double there, but he recovers pretty well and heads into Bogmar. Miles is walking the dog, but not watering the lawn, as you can see, because this is not Hundo. We don't need your money. Miles getting those doubles, so he's definitely saving a little bit of time there over Lando's run so far. Ooh, Lando getting the really good one cycle. Although it was starting to look a little sketch towards the end, he pulled it out just fine. 2144. And let's see how Miles does. All right, Miles pulls it out as well, just squeaks that one cycle by. And now we're looking at a 2219 here. Yep, 2219. So let's see here. That would be a so that would be about a 35-second delta right now. So Lando's sitting in a fairly comfortable lead at the moment, but once again, lots of RNG to come. Also, lots of major make or break bosses to come. So definitely, it's not over yet. Not over till the fat lady sings. Well, wouldn't you know it? It looks kind of like Mario's trying to try his hand in the home decor business, but it doesn't look like it's working out for him, unfortunately. Well, Lando's having a little bit of fun there. I don't know if that got him the stumble skip. Yeah, it did get him the stumble skip. Would you look at that? The absolute mad lad. He got it. He got it. Alright, and let's see here. Let's see if Miles is going to try to go for Stumble Skip. I don't know. Hold on. Yep, looks like you got it too. Both runners getting Stumble Skipped, no problem. Lando setting up for the chess cutscene skip. Say that 10 times fast. Cleaning up tea room, no problem. Let's see if he's going to try to go for the boo first. He does. Look at that. He gets the perfect RNG there. And he gets the tech skip. The absolute mad lad. Lando just really shining here. Miles headed into tea room now. Miles not opting for chess scene cut skip. That is definitely a harder setup. Harder one of the tech skip setups. And here is the fat lady. Although she doesn't sing until the end of the game, so just want to make that clear for those that were confused. Miles cleaning up tea room. Ooh, having a little trouble with the boo ball, but not too much trouble. Lando having the pretty good mana cycle. Yep. Yep. And let's see. Does he get the RNG? He does. He gets the optimal Nana's RNG. Very good. You'll love to see it. And definitely opting to try and clean up any of those pearls because that can be the death of this boo sometimes. Miles headed into Nana's now. Let's see if he's able to replicate this. Gets the great Nanas in it. Let's see if RNG will bless him here. Checking the left side first. Unfortunately, it did not pay off. Lando going for the fast triple, no problem. Miles headed in to Astral Hall. All right, let's see if we're going to see any 360s tonight. No 360s, but very clean moonshot. That's a one-hit. Lando is, in fact, the one-hit wonder, as people call him. Ooh, Miles getting bonked by the boo, having a little bit of trouble. Fortunately, he comes back. That would have been a real disaster for Miles if he had lost that, but luckily he was able to seize control again and deal with it. Deal with that boo accordingly. You know, take him out back and with the shotgun. Miles also getting the one-hit moonshot. Very nice. You love to see it. And look at this. It looks like Mario's crap is just strewn about the mansion. All right, and Lando's just picking up all of these doubles, these triples, no problem whatsoever. Lando's just chugging along here, having a pretty decent run, all things considered. Miles picking up a couple of mistakes here and there, but definitely recovering very well and even gaining back some time here and there too. Miles definitely has the RNG disadvantage so far. Just from a couple of boost spawns. Lando opting for the mirror warp instead of the save warp. Nobody tell Pablo. Looks like I think he missed the glove just by a frame, which is, you always hate to see it. Lando picking up fire on his way into Neville Thornberry's here. Let's see if Miles might be able to redeem this race and do the save warp here. And he is. All right. All right. We can have faith in humanity again. All right. Let's see if Lando's is gonna try to do the twin doubles. I don't think he will, but it's always amusing when people do go for it because it's very flashy and definitely hard to do. But I don't know if it saves that much time. But definitely a testament to skill if you can pull it off. Yep, looks like Lando's just opting for the 1x1, starting with Orville, or starting with Henry, and then going with Orville. Named after Henry Orville Wright and Henry Ford. Alright, well, Lando opting to go for the shoe first. Having a lot of trouble with those pearl locks. You hate to see it. Pearls and just anything that's not a boo are the death of this game. Miles opting for the hundo strategy here. In fact, I think Miles did switch to hundo. Ooh, Miles having a little bit of trouble with Orville. Cleans him up, no problem. Alright, Lando setting up for the tech skip. He gets it. Miles not quite getting the best RNG in Twins, but that's okay because he... Ooh. And he's out to the hallway. Not very optimal. Ooh, having a little trouble collecting him in the hallway, but he gets him. Lando headed into button mashing %. Oh, that is so odd. The meter was not quite showing the decoy. It's kind of funny. Yeah, once again, RNG is not blessing Miles' run, unfortunately. Fortunately, Miles does set up for the tech skip. He gets it, and he is on to button mashing percent. All right, Lando collecting Clairvoyant, no problem. Let's see if he's going to... Actually, yep, he's just going to go for the close table strategy, so hopefully he shouldn't have any problems with the pearl locking. And he doesn't. Once again, demonstrating his very, very fine-tuned control of the situation. No need to clean up those pearls when you just keep the boo in the right spot. And now he's on to walking percent. Miles following suit. Miles, I want to say probably trailing at about 35 to 40 seconds right now, but we still have yet to see a couple other, actually just the one next major make or break boss, which Lando heading into Bulasis now. Let's see if we're gonna see. Well, we've been seeing a lot of close one cycles this tourney, where people aren't quite getting the best first shots, but they're still cleaning up and collecting the one cycle no matter collecting the one cycle regardless, which really is kind of just a testament to it's not so much about perfecting the first shot more than it is just being fast at reacting to your situation. And we've definitely seen a lot of that. We've also seen a lot of things go wrong in terms of boos just not cooperating. They just decide not to cooperate. And that has made a couple of gaps wider. But it's also made some races break even, so let's see if any of that happens. All right, and Lando heading into Bulasis now. Ooh, Miles getting that really flashy animation skip on the freezing, the ghost freeze animation. And of course, Miles is going for the statistically most rewarding strat, which is to check the chair first. But unfortunately, that is not in his favor today. Once again, RNG is just not on Miles' side tonight. But yeah, I believe it's like... Whoop, Lando... Yep, there we go. Once again, Lando not quite getting the first shot that he was looking for, but he still cleaned up. He was still able to react just enough, and look at that. He pulled out the one cycle with a 39-16. Very nice. And Miles headed in now. Let's see how this turns. So Lando did fairly well in Bulasis, so unfortunately that shuts out any kind of additional free time save from Miles, but Miles can still save some time just by doing well here nonetheless. Let's see how he does. Fortunately, neither of our runners got out-of-bound ice tonight. That's definitely a pain in the ass. Oh, so close. Miles was very close to squeaking out that one cycle. Unfortunately, it was not enough, and that boo was just barely out of his reach there. Fortunately, he's able to... Yep, fortunately, he had a very quick cleanup, very quick turnaround on that 2 cycles, so not the worst we've seen. And I'd like to give a shout out now to leg percent. Luigi walks a lot now, and we'll be seeing a lot of that in Area 4 as both runners head in.
Mario.
So Lando is definitely sitting with a comfortable lead so far, and he's also definitely benefited from slightly better RNG this race. But still, there's still a little bit of RNG left, but that gap is the potential for closing the gap is definitely waning now. So the pressure is on Miles now to try and figure out some ways to cut his time down. And Lando going in for probably about I want to say like a 6-second Grimley there. I believe the world record of longest Grimley goes to HT Delta with a I want to say a 48 or 49-second Grimley.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So with Miles coming in at a 40.52 Boolossus and Lando at a 39.16, there's roughly about a minute and a half separation at the moment. Lando going for the singles strat in cellar. Pretty respectable. It's kind of hard to do the doubles there. And it's easy for things to go wrong. Miles not opting for Pythagoras skip. You hate to see it. Miles having roughly the same amount of time to wait for Grimley. So pretty equal footing there.
Mario.
Ooh, looks like we're going to be seeing a breaker boo attempt here. Oh, and looks like that quickly got abandoned as he unfortunately did not have the best setup there, but that's all right. Not a whole lot of time lost there. Miles going for the double, very flashy, getting it no problem whatsoever. Lando going into toy room now. Let's see if Lando's going to try to set up for a double here. Oi, Miles really is not. Really, RNG is not doing him any favors tonight. This really, it feels bad. Oh, Lando picking up the double right at the last minute. Although I'm not sure if that wasn't totally intentional, but maybe it was. Who knows? Still very cool to see that last minute double in the toy room. Cleaning up pretty fast. No Boston Burns here tonight, though. Shout out to Boston Brew. Lando cleaning up rooftop, no problem. And he's coming in for a 4702 roof. Yep, 4702. All right, and let's see if what doubling strats Lando's gonna go for here. As Miles enters toy room. Ooh, looks like Lando's trying to do the quad. Not quite getting it, but that's okay because he managed to shake off the grabber and get a triple there, which was still not that bad. Let's see if Miles... Ooh, Miles missing one of the toy soldiers there. I think that was his attempt for setting up for a double. Didn't quite get it, but got a pretty fast suck up on the blue toy soldier. And a fairly fast one on the green as well. Headed up to rooftop. Ooh. Oh, Lando just barely. I definitely heard that boo cackling one or two times, so it almost seemed like it was going to be over for the one cycle on Armory one cycle for Lando, but nope, he squeaked that one out. Once again, just another testament to very fine control, very, very good control. They both of these runners have of their boos. They're very talented. All right, and looks like Miles is looking at about a 49.11, 49.10. Which makes the gap between them 2 minutes or 1 minute and 58 seconds. Or sorry, 52 seconds. 1 minute and 52 seconds separation. So Miles has been gaining back some time here and there. But is it going to be enough to close the gap by the end of the race? Definitely a lot could still happen. There's opportunities definitely waning now, so pressure is definitely on, but still there's a couple of things, like a lot could go wrong in King Boo, for instance. Miles going for the triple in Armory. Very clean. Lando headed into Weston now. Ooh, Lando getting very close to the one cycle Weston, but not quite. It's definitely a hard feat. Cleaning up Weston.
Oh yeah.
No problem. Miles picking up Armory Boo one cycle like it's no problem whatsoever. Like he could do it in his sleep, probably. Ooh, Lando losing Weston Boo to Pipe Room. That is definitely not something you want to be doing this late in the game. Alright, and looks like Lando has this one squared away. That definitely opens the door to a little more free time save for Miles. Let's see if he will capitalize on that. Lando headed up to Van Gorm now. And I don't believe Lando tried for Breaker Boo. Miles did, but didn't quite get the right setup for it. So we will be seeing both runners go for Van Gorbu. And of course, Miles is opting to clear out the pearls first. Pretty understandable because the auto lock is already bad enough, and it's made 100 times worse on ice. Ooh, Miles once again not getting the RNG he was looking for. Not the worst though. It could have been a misread in the barrels, and luckily it was not. It was just a not optimal vacuum suck up. Definitely saving a little bit of time over Lando there, and opting for the save warp. Very nice. That probably bought Miles maybe 20-ish seconds back. Lando's still sitting in a fairly reasonable lead, although run's still not over yet. We could still see any number of tragic things happen, like slipping on bananas, for instance. Folks, this is a PSA. Don't step on bananas. Leave that for Mario Kart. All right, Lando taking in Van Gore. Miles headed into Van Gore now. And looks like Lando's about to get started on Van Gore Boo. Getting the pretty good RNG there. The optimal RNG, of course. Ooh, let's see, 142. Yep, that's pretty good. So Lando's done the setup for a good 2 cycle if he can manage the second cycle. And he pulls it off. All right. Lando is well on his way to King Boo now. Miles opting for the safe triples. I respect that. Those triples can definitely be hard, especially with the grabbers. The grabbers are harder to do, but it looks like Miles is going for the instant triples for the grabbers. He gets it. Clean up on the aisle Shy Guy. Ooh, not quite getting the garbage can goats. Alright, and here goes Lando into King Boo. And here's Miles finishing up Fangor. Alright, Lando's time has come. Will we see any one-cycle strats from him? That is the question. Or will he play it safe and collect his win? Miles getting the... I believe this was a 2-cycle. I did see him get bonked, but I don't think that affected his 2-cycle. Alright, Miles collects the 2-cycle, and now he is also on his way to King Boo. Well, whether or not Lando was going to, he definitely can't now. Bomb blew up a little bit too fast, so looks like Lando will not be doing the one-cycle strats. Lando bonking a little bit there, but no major problem. Looks like Lando will be going for this fast 3-cycle, which is pretty respectable. I think he's just trying to finish a good run here and collect his win. And let's see, he'll get a... Lando's coming in for a mid 58, or actually a low 58. And there it is. Lando collects the 58-15. GG. And Miles headed into King Boo. Unfortunately, Mario's home decor company didn't quite work out, so Luigi's cleaning up after his brother again. He's got to sell all these worthless paintings to try and recoup some of Mario's losses. Looks like Miles... Well, he was almost setting up for the 2-cycle there. I wonder if he's still going to try to go for it. Yep, and he's going to go for it. If he does, this looks like a 59-59... 59-58. GG, Miles. And there you have it, folks. We have Lando taking the dub for round 6. For this segment of round 6, we do have One more round 6 race happening later this week. And joining us here in the hot box is Lando, or will be. And here they are. Joining us in the hot box live is ElectricMiles and Lando. Lando, congratulations on the dub. Miles, congratulations on the great race.
Thank you.
Thanks. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, you definitely were set up for a pretty tight race towards the beginning there.
Yeah, I played the very beginning pretty well, I'd say, and then everything did its power to make that race as bad as possible. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. The fact that I still finished sub 1 makes me really proud of how far I came along this summer. Like, I'm really happy with the progress I made. Because a year ago, getting a race that bad, getting a run that bad, and getting a sub 1, I would never think of. Like, I'm happy with how far I came along.
Absolutely, yeah. Getting a sub 1 is definitely an impressive feat in it of itself. Lando, you took the 58-15, the low 58, and pulling out the dub. What are your thoughts on your run? How do you feel about it?
That run overall was good. Yeah, not too much to say. The RNG pretty much carried me because the early game was not super good, at least not for like a 56 pace. But the rest of the luck was good. I played pretty good overall, and yeah, that's what led to the run still being 57 pace into King Boo. Kind of messed it up though.
Yeah, definitely. Both of you were definitely playing well, despite pretty bad RNG for Miles. He was definitely able to clean up.
That was hundo level RNG. My lord, that was so bad. You can have Lando confirm to me, because we were in a voice call for the entire race. I was molding through the entire run for how bad that RNG was.
True.
Yeah.
Like, that was so bad. Though the one that tilted me the most was Clairvoyant's room.
Right, yeah, and I think there was a couple times where the boost switched on you. Was that what was going on in ballroom?
No, I never really do the painting first, so the boo did not move in ballroom. The boo moved in Clairvoyant's room, and there was another room where the boo moved, and it really annoyed me. I don't remember which one though.
I don't think the boo release glitch happened on you that time, though, did it?
Which one was that?
The one where it can open the chest, do the animation, but it doesn't activate the boo release.
Oh, right, yeah, that. No, I actually made sure I was close enough and everything. I paid attention to it this time.
Yeah, definitely. And Lando, yeah, definitely playing very consistent tonight. Probably, of course, I have to mention this. The only major thing on your part was the Weston Boo, but of course, you managed to pull it back pretty well.
Yeah.
All things considered, I'd say my Area 4 was pretty solid. I really needed that to keep this run somewhat acceptable. Dude, yep. I haven't 2-cycled Bulasis. I don't even think I've 2-cycled Bulasis for the entirety of 2021. I was very angry at that. Oh, that was a combo breaker. I'm usually solid. No, Bulasis isn't a problem.
Yeah, compared to about this time last year, I've seen a lot more people get imperfect first ice shots, but still get the 1 cycle.
Yeah, I think I was just pointing my vacuum just way too high.
Yeah.
But, it happens. Like I said, every single race I've done during this tourney has been within a minute of each other. That, my goal was consistency, and I got it.
You can ask for better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really can't.
best time was like a 59:22. Slowest time was an hour 02. Like, that's 40 seconds of difference. That's crazy. That's and even though I had to have matchups during the tourney go my way, finishing in the final 8 is way better than I expected. Like, I'm very happy with how I performed during the tournament, so... and the fact that I lost to Lando that's awesome, so I couldn't ask for a better way to go out.
Yeah, really. Talking about weird circumstance that got you up to here, right? So, like, the wrong people losing in the wrong order. Like,
It literally was both Pablo and Philly having a soft lockish thing happen to them that kept me here.
Soft lock and then Philly crown thefting. Well, yeah, I guess that is also a soft lock. Yeah, which is kind of hilarious, but you love to see it. Yeah. Well, Lando, congrats on the dub. Looks like you will be facing off against Glitch Doctor or Nick, as some tell me is his mystical real name, whatever that means.
That's correct.
In round 7, in losers bracket round 7, and that'll be the semifinals for loser bracket, and then after that is the all tournament semifinals. So definitely a lot to look forward to. Any of you have any closing thoughts or comments on your race here?
Honestly, I think I gave my speech for the tourney, so I'm satisfied leaving it at that.
Yeah, GG's on the race, and congrats on top 8. That is not something a lot of LM players can say they've done before.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely very high skill, very talented folks we got here today. Folks, please give these guys a follow if you haven't already.
Yeah, I hope you guys like Fire Emblem because I'm not speedrunning for a while. I had quite the streak of speedrunning this summer, playing really well, but I am done for a bit. The spark that was there for the beginning of the summer is kind of gone now, and that's all right. You just gotta take that. If you're warmed up for it, you just gotta run with it until it's done.
That's understandable. Yeah, the tourney kind of gets you going, and then after a while, you kind of think, the tourney's still going, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, I've done long streaks of grinding for runs. It's just I do feel the burnout now, but that's okay. Like I said, that's why you back up with a couple potential things to do. So yeah, I'm doing a Fire Emblem Sacred Stones Iron Man right now. It's been pretty fun.
Oh, that does sound fun. Yeah, it's definitely healthy to take breaks. Don't get too caught up in it. In a grind, otherwise, sometimes it just things just break down and you don't enjoy it anymore. And then at that point, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, just gotta know, like, hey, I'm not feeling it anymore. It's time to step away, and that's all right. And then one day I'll be like, all right, I'm ready to play this game again. We're gonna kick its butt.
Absolutely, yep.
And I'm glad, like, a couple weeks ago I walked away with a good PB. I'm not ready for the 57 yet, but when I come back sometime along in the future, I'll be ready to take it on.
Yeah, well, you definitely have a lot to be proud of. So, taking the 58 PB and then also placing top 8 in the tournament, definitely a lot to be proud of there. Lando, definitely have a lot to be proud of. Your story is not done yet, so you have yet to face off Glitch Doctor in round 7. Yeah. With that said, thank you guys for the runs. Folks, please give these runners a follow if you haven't already. We have another race, Jared v. Pablo, coming up, I believe tomorrow, actually. Sometime tomorrow, 2 EST. Actually, don't quote me on that.
I think it's 4.
Yep, tomorrow, 4 p.m. EST. Yep. With that said, thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our speedrunning tournament board if you haven't already to follow the latest action there. And yep. Thanks to SpeedGaming for hosting, and we will see you next time.
All right. Peace. It's been real.